Hello everybody, and welcome to a new video. This video is very special, as you saw the title obviously, I finally got my hands on the PlayStation 5. But first, there will be a timestamp where I actually unbox it in the description or whatever. Before I do that though, I kind of want to go through the history of PlayStation. I'm not going to go too in depth. I'm not going to be like, oh, this is the exact GPU, this is the exact processor. Like, no. Just gonna go over them a little bit here. But again, the timestamp of me actually unboxing the PS5 will be in the description. Starting with the thing that started it all, the PlayStation 1. Now, it is a little dirty. I actually do have the slim model of this, the smaller one. People don't really call it the slim, but I call it the slim. And I still refer to this as the PS1, even though this is called the PlayStation. Um, yeah, this thing, 1994 in Japan, 95 in North America. And yeah. Now, don't worry, I took the discs out of the other systems because I don't feel safe with these. This is the only one I feel safe keeping the disc in and actually moving the console around. Yeah, so power reset, open, well, obviously. Now, there's various models of this thing. You're gonna have your power port here, your video and audio out, your serial out, which I don't really know what that does or what it's used for. Certain models will have some extra ports here, and this is the reason why I wanted this model right here, was this port, the parallel port, which is used for certain things that isn't Sony official, but you know. You got your memory card slots and your controller slots on the front. Speaking of controllers, this is the first of the PlayStation controllers. It's very gross, but it's dirty, I should say. That's what I mean by gross. But, you know, it's very basic, as you can see. There's no, well, not really basic, but there's no analog sticks on the first PlayStation controller. However, while the DualShock, this here, was not the first to have the analog sticks, this is the first of the DualShock, obviously. Yeah. So you got your analog sticks, you got your face buttons, your D-pad and whatnot. There's also the analog button here. I don't know if you can see, it's right there. But yeah, it's really just a brief overview of the PS1. Oh, there's also certain memory cards. I have more than this, but this is actually a special one. This is the Pocket Station memory card thing. It has a screen on it. Yeah, and it actually surprisingly displays in English, although this wasn't really released in North America or in Britain or whatever. This was only released in Japan as far as I know. But it has English text on it, so yeah, I don't understand that one bit. But yeah, on to the next system. Next up is probably the best of all these consoles here. This is, I want to be careful, this has a hard drive in it. This is the PlayStation 2. My personal favorite, most people's personal favorite, and you know, it shouldn't ignore the fact this is disgusting down here. Don't really know how to clean that, but this is the PlayStation 2. This is the fat model. I also have the slim version of this. These are the only two consoles with this, and the first one is the only one I have multiple models of. I don't have slims of the 3 or 4. But, and the handheld, which we'll get to in a second, but this is the PS2. You got your USB ports in the front, whatever that is right there, port, controller, your memory cards. This is the DVD drive. So part of the reason why this was so popular and why it's still today the best-selling game console of all time is because, well, there's a million awesome games for this thing, for one thing. There's like 8 million awesome games. This could play PS1 games, practically all of them, except for the exception of a few, I'm sure. And it was a very cheap DVD player. That's fantastic, if you ask me. So yeah, some people actually bought this just the fact that they could play movies. Yeah. So again, it's very dirty in the fan here, but got your power, your video, audio things here. Got your power switch, you know. And then there's this accessory which you could slot into the back. It's the network adapter, which you can plug in your Ethernet cord to play online, which you can't really do that anymore without modding, but it's whatever. This is also needed to put the hard drive in here if you wanted a hard disk on this, which you do need for certain games, but I don't really play Final Fantasy, so I honestly care less about that. But yeah, the PlayStation 2, and got the controller here. I didn't really bring any of my memory cards in here. I only brought the Pocket Station in here because that's like the only special one. And this isn't really any different from the first DualShock. This is the DualShock 2. Really isn't that different. Oh yeah, oh. Both those other controllers do have their buttons here too. Forgot about that. I don't know how I could have, because I've played games for how long now? Yeah. So yeah, controller's nothing too special. You could also put your PS1 memory cards and controllers on the PS2. But yeah. If you remember playing a PS1 or 2 game without the memory card, oh boy. But yeah, that's it really. This is just the best thing in existence right here. Well, except the fact that this is really dirty. Next is this thing. This is Sony's first entry into the handheld market, which I completely forgot to take the disc out of. Oops. There's really nothing to say about this thing. It's a handheld PlayStation console. It's about as powerful as the PS2, I think. I'm not really too sure. Got your USB port on the top here, which is used to connect to a computer and internet, I think. Or no, I don't know how you really connect this thing to the internet. I never connected this to the internet, so I don't really know. Yeah. So this is awesome here. It's just not really saying much for this. I don't want to go like in depth, but like, oh, this is how powerful the processor is, and this is, but you got wherever this is here, your weird little D-pad, or no, analog stick. This is your D-pad. Your face buttons, your mini buttons down here, and this is your UMD drive. I even have a movie that was made for this. If I can get this out, what is this? Oh, this is the movie. This is the movie right here. It's that thing. Yeah. Got your power. Oh, and your memory card slot. Yeah, see? Okay, that was cringy. This is a 1 gigabyte I have here, but there's many sizes. And 2 triggers. I don't know what that rattling sound is. It's probably that hard disk in the PS2 as this table shakes, but yeah. And that's really all to say about the PlayStation Portable, the PSP. If I didn't say that already, I think I did. Probably didn't. Yeah, the PlayStation Portable, cool. Next up is this massive thing here, which, okay, I thought I'd use 2 hands for it, but I guess not. This is massive and heavy. This is the PlayStation 3. Yeah, so the PlayStation 3 is kind of weird in the sense that only certain models are backwards compatible with PS2 games, but every PS3 can play PS1 games. What? Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely the hard disk you're hearing rattling in that thing. It's not really secured in here. There's no way to secure it, but oh, about the PS2 and the PS3, you can also switch this little thing around, the PlayStation logo. So again, this is not a backwards compatible PS3, but there are certain ones out there. Backwards compatible ones would have a flap here that you can open and close, reveal a bunch of slots that you don't really need on a game console, Sony. Backwards compatible models will have 4 USB ports, not 2. And then, oh my god, this thing is just too heavy. Got your hard disk thingy here that you can swap out if you want. There's your power slot. You can see the internals of this system. Wow, I never noticed that. Then you got your Ethernet port, your HDMI, that thing, and then your older video audio out that predates HDMI related TVs. So yeah, if you don't have an HDMI TV, or if you didn't back in 06 that was, there's that. But if you had an HD TV or whatever, there's that. I kind of just realized I didn't say when the PS2 released, but it released in 2000, the PSP in 2005, PS3 in 2006. Now, like the other 2 PlayStations, even the portable, which I kind of forgot, like the PS1 and 2, this also has a slim variant, and even a super slim variant. So, yeah. This is your Blu-ray drive. This was probably the first PlayStation that really was kind of a failure in a way, because this thing, when it launched, was 600 buckaroos in 2006. A little pricey, if I do say so myself. Considering all the other technology, like the slots they're adding here that you didn't need on the console. Or video game console, that is. And the fact that PS2 backwards compatibility was made possible because there was basically a whole PS2 inside of this thing. Which, yeah, I say this is heavy, but the backwards compatible models, oh my god. They were like probably twice this weight, if I do say so. But yeah, that's that to do with the console itself. For the controller, the first of PlayStation controllers that was officially wireless. Consoles like the PS1 and 2, there were third-party controllers that were wireless, but they were crap. This is Bluetooth, so yeah, you got this is your button to turn the system on, open menus and game and whatnot. There's your charger port. Got your these lights indicate what player you are, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, this is actually like a trigger, whereas the other controllers is more of a button. And yeah, it's the first wireless controller, DualShock 3. Or, well, this actually says 6-axis, so I don't think this is actually a DualShock 3. But, yeah. I think my other one I have might be a DualShock 3 but it's whatever. I don't really know. Actually, this thing also has the function where you can tilt it and it'll do certain things. Come to think of it. But yeah, PlayStation 3, the console where Sony got, well, I guess really it's because the popularity of the other two systems. They kind of went overboard on this and it ended up being a flop almost. Because they're like, oh, they'll buy anything with PlayStation on it, right? But on to the next system. The next thing is Sony's second entry into the handheld market. Nobody talks about this thing, the PlayStation Vita. Nobody talks about it because while the PS3 was kind of a flop, it actually ended up being more successful than its competitor, the Xbox 360. So it was a flop at first, but it actually got more success over time. This was a flop and it continued to be a flop. In a way, so it's got a camera up front, I guess that makes up for it. Not really. You got your slot for your cartridge. That's something I forgot to mention with the PS1, voice crack. For something I forgot to mention with the PS1, it was the first console to use CDs. And actually, Sony's first PlayStation was actually an add-on for the Super Nintendo that Nintendo eventually canceled, and so Sony went on to make that. So really, you can thank Nintendo's stupidity for the fact that PlayStation exists. Yeah, so... And there's also only one of those in existence, too. I think only one... Yeah, someone actually has that that Super Nintendo PlayStation CD add-on thingy. But, there's really nothing to say about this. Nobody cared about this. This is your memory slot here. Get your memory card in there. I don't know what capacity this one is, if I can get it out. This one is 8 gigabytes. Are you kidding? Oh man, I cannot imagine having a AAA title with an 8 gigabyte memory card. Anyways, yeah, there's nothing to say about this. I mean, this I think is something you can use in the back here in and of itself. There was also a PlayStation TV, a variant of this, which allowed you to connect to a big screen. But other than that, there's really nothing special about this. Nobody cares about this thing, really. So with that being said, on to the next system. So I totally messed up the camera angle a little bit, but last is the PlayStation 4. So, yeah. Got your 2 USB ports, your Blu-ray drive again, your power here, eject button there. Got your power thing there. That is again. This is the PlayStation camera port, HDMI, and Ethernet. I believe you can, I've never done this before, but I believe you can take this off, much like the PS2 and 3. Take this piece off. I'm not sure how to do it. I haven't done it before, but you can barely take it off and reveal the hard drive and swap it if you want. Oh my lord. Nothing really to say about PS4. Awesome system, if I do say so myself. Although not as great as the PS2, but PlayStation 4, it's something. It's something, you know, it did better than its Xbox rival, so yeah. This is the controller. The first controller to actually look somewhat different in the DualShock series. In fact, so while the DualShock 3, the PS3, might be identical to the other two, they were planning on changing it. And let's just say I'm glad that this is still the PS3 controller. I mean, but then they decided to do it again with this, and you know, it's actually better to me, honestly. So again, it's a wireless. You got your thing there, but other than that, the features are kind of similar. You got your button there for that slot there for your headphones and whatnot. Except for this. This is something you haven't seen on a previous PlayStation controller. It's the touchpad. And yeah. Nothing much to say other than that. So, other models of this include the PS4 Slim and the PS4 Pro, which is the more powerful. In fact, the PS4 was the first PlayStation to have a model that is actually slightly powerful than the other models. So, yeah, that's cool. Except, you know, if you have a PS4, why the heck do you need a Pro? You know, I personally don't really care about 4K. That's the only thing the Pro really does is 4K. And supposedly works better with the VR. That's the other thing too, the PlayStation VR. Which I also have, but I'm not going to bring all of my PlayStation accessories in here to show this off. But yeah. Alright, so I had to make a little bit of room here so the PS4 is moved slightly. Because what I'm about to show you is a massive, and I mean massive, box. Here it is. The PlayStation 5. Oh man, so I wanted this when it first launched a year ago, November 2020. But I couldn't get it. Same for the Xbox Series X. And I think if you know anything about what's been going on lately, I think you might know why. Trying to get this and the new Xbox is next to impossible because the shortage of that component that's inside these things. Plus, so that doesn't just affect the PS5 and the Xbox. It also affects like certain cars and computer GPUs. Plus the fact that every time one of these does go on sale online, people, mostly scalpers, so really just jerks, you know. Not really jerks. I would use the A word, but I'm not really someone that wants to cuss. But mostly jerks who set up bots to immediately snag it off the internet, just like that. That's why every single retailer does not have a PS5 or an Xbox Series X in stock, and it like never does. And when it does for like the 2 seconds, again it gets snagged off. It just gets snagged by a bot, and then resold on eBay for outrageous prices that are way more outrageous than the PS3 $600 price tag. So, yeah, we're talking. I kid you not, December last year, I saw one of these on eBay for going for $1 million. When this model of the 5 right here, the one with the disk drive, by default is $500. The digital model, which I do not have, and no one honestly should have that, is the $400 model. But with the PlayStation Direct thing that you can do, which allows you to receive an invitation from Sony themselves, I got one. And while it took me a million attempts to try and receive that invitation invite from email, I got it. So this PS5 came directly from Sony. You know something I don't understand about PS4 and 5? They're not backwards compatible with PS3, 2, and 1. PS5 is backwards compatible with PS4, but neither one is backwards compatible with 3, 2, and 1 games. I don't understand that one bit. Supposedly the PS3 is too complicated, but what about the PS2 and 1? You know? Oh, there's a seal. There's a sticker on the bottom of this thing that probably helped to maybe open it. Oh my gosh. Jeez, PS2 hard drive, calm down. I know you don't want to... It's not an official PS2 hard drive in that thing. It's actually a Western Digital I have in there, which doesn't seem to work. Boo-hoo. I opened it. Yay. Or actually, hold on. There's a patio. Okay, there's a box and a weird box here. Oh my god. Jesus. This is humongous. I'd like to point something out I don't like about the PS5 so far. 825 gigabytes. That's not enough space to store today's massive video game sizes. Modern Warfare. Yeah, that's a thing. You know, get this down here opened. I can open it up, and voila, here we go. Okay. I think this is how I go about things here. Hope nothing like immediately falls out as soon as I open it. Ah. Okay, so here's a smaller box. I'm assuming this contains the accessories. Oh, why, yes, I was correct. Oh my gosh. Oh boy, here's not the DualShock 5, the DualSense. Yeah, they changed the name for once. Oh my god. My first time holding this. And finally, too. There's your touchpad. Wow. I am happy with this already. And this is actually a USB-C port. Huh. Well, that's another thing with the PS4 controller. It had these weird buttons which replace the start and select, options, and share. But no one cares about that, quite frankly. What else is in here? Your power cord. You would want that, obviously, and hopefully. A manual. And another manual. What the heck? Okay. What is this? Oh, this is the stand. Oh, this is, okay. Alright. So, yeah, you're going to need this to set your console wherever the heck you want it to, however the heck you want to set it down. And then here's your rather nice looking HDMI cable. Ethernet, what? Oh, there's something else in here too? Hold on. Ah, yes, I should have known. The controller charger, I'm assuming. Yeah, the controller charger. There's nothing else in there. Okay. Alright, here it comes. Here we go. Oh, do not knock all the other PlayStations over. That would suck. Unboxing PS5. Knocks over PS3, 2, and 1. And 4. And PSV and Vita. Oh, Jesus, this is massive. You know, when they make PS5 slim, I really wonder how large it's actually going to be. Small. Oh, jeez. This is difficult. Why is the PS5 so heavy? Oh my god. Be careful, yo. Oh. I worked for like a whole year trying to get this thing, and I don't want to break it. Take the big old foam pieces off. Remove the now empty box. And here it is. Heavy. I don't really know a proper way to hold this thing. This thing is designed in a very funny way. Come on. Here it goes. Here it is. Oh my god, it's heavy. Oh man. This is it. The PS5 with the disc drive. Because there's no way I'm buying the digital thing. It's brand new too. There's a few things here, but it's brand new. A brand new PS5. From Sony. Don't drop it. Jesus Christ. Yeah, wow. It is huge. I thought the Xbox One was huge when it launched, but oh my gosh. So far up front, you got your USB and your USB Type-C port. Guessing, it looks like the power button. There's a power button. I'm guessing this one's eject. And this is your Blu-ray drive. If you had the all-digital model, this wouldn't be here, and thus the case would be a lot more slimmer. But, you know, again, no one's going to go for that model. Back, you have your power, your HDMI, your Ethernet, and your 2 USB ports. Wow. Okay, so I want to see how the stand works. And this thing is just massive. Like, look at that. That thing is tall. Look at compared to the PS3. It's huge. Like, what the heck? It got significantly darker in here. Dang. Okay. Yeah. So, I think there's 2 ways to insert the stand. I'm just going to set it down like this because I can't stand holding this any longer. You can set it in a vertical, set your PS5 like this, or alternatively, you can have it sitting with the disc drive like kind of like down here. I'm not sure how to do that. I probably should have researched this a bit. So it rotates. I don't know which way is the vertical way. It reveals a screw here, which oh, okay, there we go. I got it, my god. I think I learned it, or I think I found out. So, when it's rotated like this doesn't really bend. And so, I do know this, there are on the back of the console, there's like these PlayStation symbols, which I can't really show you, I have no room. But you line up these little tabs here with these square symbols. I think that's how you do it if you want to set your, PS5 like that. So, but I have no room to set it like this. I have to set it up the other way around. So to do that, there is this little nub I have to take out here on the side of the console. And twist the darn thing so to where it, faces towards like that. So now it does bend. This might be oh so wrong, but I think you clip it on like that and then just set it down. Maybe. Wow. Well, and then you have to screw it in, obviously, with the screw that it came with, which I'm going to do right now, because I'm not about to break anything here. Okay, I have it screwed in now, so this thing will hopefully not be going anywhere anytime soon. I believe I've seen you can take either this side or this side off to reveal the slot that you can insert the M.2 SSD in. But we're not going to stop the unboxing there. It might look like I'm done, but I'm not. So, first thing is a game. If I'm being honest with you, I didn't want this game. The only reason why I got this because when I actually got into the store from the invitation, I didn't know if I was on a timer. So I kind of just chose what was on the front page and just went with it. So yeah, well, I have a copy of Demon Souls now because of that. I don't remember I keep that little nub. May as well unbox it anyways, because you know it's new. It's a game, it's sealed. So yeah, that down there. So yeah, the first PS5 game I've ever unboxed. Yeah, nothing too special about it. Rated M, PlayStation Studios, Blood and Gore Violence, 66 gigabytes minimum. So yeah, I'm telling you that 285 gigabytes is not gonna be very good anyway to get the game I actually wanted. Fortunately, which is this. Spider-Man Miles Morales. Unfortunately, it's not new, it's actually pre-owned, so it's used. That sucks. So, another thing I got is this. Another controller. So I have two PS5 controllers. And this one is Cosmic Red, I think, or something like that. Looks pretty cool in the box. Oh my gosh, just open up, please. Did I not see me? So, I'm gonna put that down there. Everything else. Put this. I could open it up like this, couldn't I? Oh, jeez. Okay. Maybe I should open it up like this instead. Here it is. The another PS5 controller. So this time it's a red controller. It's cherry red looking. New, just like the actual one that came with the system, or the one that came with the system. Let's put it that way. Wow, this is just amazing. Manual, don't need it. I would like to assume this came with a charger or something. I mean, it's not like I need it, you know, I'm not going to use both controllers at once. I really only bought it just to qualify for free shipping, so yeah. Doesn't come with a charger like, you know, but at least one came with the system, so it doesn't matter. I'm gonna set all my stuff back up, including this guy. So it's gonna be a little bit, but I'll get back to you in a second and turn the thing on for the very first time. Alright, so I have the system hooked up. It's right there. And I'm gonna turn it on. The controller's plugged in. Oh. Is the system gonna turn on? I'm gonna turn on the power button here. There it is. Oh, it's working with my 1080p display. So anything I have to enter, oh god, anything I have to enter in personal information I have to enter, I'll cut that out. English. Add to downloads. Circles should fill the screen without showing black borders. Oh god, okay, it's... it's kind of hard to tell where it's cutting off. I think that's good. I'll do that later. I bet you the digital version probably doesn't have that part. It'd be kind of funny if it did. Power ups for rest mode. We'll do optimized experience. Oh god, update that. What the heck just fell? Wow, my thing came unplugged. What? Okay, I'm gonna update my system because it needs to do that for some reason. My controller cable literally came right unplugged by itself. That's interesting. You know how quiet this thing is? Like, what's the thing? You can't hear it. It's so quiet. You know, I'm hoping this is the launch model, not the slightly revised model that had the smaller heatsink. That's the one thing about PlayStation consoles that were kind of notorious for getting a little hot. Especially the backwards compatible PS3. So something I should mention, this has a really fast SSD supposedly. I'll just download those two. PS4 and that later. I hope my PlayStation. Welcome to PlayStation 5. And it's signed into my PSN account. No way. Okay, well, I probably should have expected that. Well, that's the thing. The PS4 has PS5 remote play. I wonder what that even does. Oh, yeah, some of these games I could. No, no one wants to purchase that, right? I heard some bad things about the GTA trilogy. Since I already have Vanguard and Cold War on PS4, I can actually upgrade to PS5 for an extra $10, I believe. Something that I've seen on here already. Actually, looks like this doesn't do it. Come to think of it, it's weird. But it seems like the PS5 and Series X is trying to standardize $70 games as the new standard price, as opposed to $60. That's something I don't like so far, but it looks pretty good. You see, this is $60. All these are free. Jeez. This is normally $40. So that's a PS4 game, so that doesn't count. These are all PS4 games. Probably because I have some of these, except for a select few. Like this, and this, and this. That I have. Hey Mojang, when are you gonna make a actual dedicated PS5 version of Minecraft? Whether it be console or Bedrock or whatever, it's probably gonna be Bedrock, but when are you gonna make a PS5 Minecraft, man? How has that not happened yet, as a matter of fact? Like, I know you can play backwards compatible on from PS4 version, but that's the PS4 version. Just running on PS5. So, am I gonna play PS4 games on this? Probably not. There are some things I've actually heard that you can only install PS5 games on an SSD drive. You cannot use the old hard drive that you could use on PS4 and before. So that kind of sucks. That means it's going to be kind of expensive to upgrade your storage on the 5. But that's whatever. I mean, I only have 2 games. Speaking of games, I'm gonna install one of them. So I have the launch edition of Spider-Man Miles Morales. And this is the one I'm gonna install. It's this. And now here's the thing. I don't know how to... I don't know what's the correct way to insert a disc here. I think it's like this. Could be wrong. where the picture of the disc was facing this way. Let's just see. That's coming from a PS5, yo. It was right. What in tarnation? It's playing music. Oh my god. Oh, this has copying too. It's the one thing I didn't like about PS4, the copying stuff. I hated that. But it's on here too, it looks like. I hate it because that took forever. Oh my god, what in... My thing came unplugged in. Why does this come unplugged so easily? Wow. Okay. Now, there is a headphone port here, so all the sound you're hearing come from the TV, that is. Should just stop when I... Yep. It just stopped. So, presumably, I'll tell you if I hear sound coming from the headset here. Oh my god, it is loud. I turn it up, maybe. Yeah, okay, I do hear sounds coming from a headset, so the headphone jack works and whatnot. But that is seriously loud coming from a PS5. So yeah, that's my experience with the PS5 so far. That's it for this video. When I get my hands on an Xbox Series X, I will do the same thing for that. You know, I kind of want to do something to compare the size of the original Xbox One here. That. I kind of want to compare the size of that to the PS5. But I think I can safely say... Sorry, this is probably larger than that, assuming you can see it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. And I will see you all presumably when I unbox the Xbox Series X. If not, then, well, if another video comes up before then, I'll see you in that video. Because I still kind of don't have a powerful enough computer to resume uploading gaming videos. But, eventually I will. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all later. Well, bye!